Welcome back,
Yo,
PGF fans, grappling fans. I swear to God, I paid for the fiber, but we had to do some resets. That's how those things go. Abe, man, welcome back, brother.
yeah, sorry I've been out, and it's kind of disappointed you didn't wear your cowboy hat because I found one and I got a PGF shirt, so all good. I'll wear it
Well,
next time.
yeehaw, you're good, but we call this merchandising. If you've seen uh, Spaceballs, they're about to make a sequel. Should be coming out soon. But please go to bjjwholesale.com. Oh yeah, oh yeah. For all your Colorado Wolverines merchandise.
He's
Just had
on
to
it
get
today.
it out of the way. Had to get out of the way. So obviously we have hats. We have some very nice hoodies. They're really warm. I'm telling you. I was actually kind of sweaty on the plane because I wore to the draft and stuff. Um, you know, and we have the rash guards. I'm actually I'm gonna have to find an excuse once we get our guest on here and let you guys talk for a second. I'll hop off and get the rash guard so we can show everyone because it is beautiful. I mean, you saw it during the draft. The PGF fans, a lot of them saw it during the draft, but it's live. It's a limited run. So get it while you can. BJJWholesale.com, a proud Colorado company. Eric Lehman, who was a guest of ours a little bit ago, is phenomenal, and so check it out. Um, well, Abe, I mean, brother, we are less than 2 weeks out. It's
11 days.
woo. Well, there we go. The stats guy is already ready with the numbers. So I'm admittedly a little precarious here because it's still going to be my first season. The first season with the handoff of the stats guys.
Yeah, first season in the owner's box. Is it like an actual owner's box, or how does it? How
No,
does
it's an
that?
owner's couch. I got
Okay.
my own couch.
You by yourself on the whole couch?
Well, I'm not gonna like lay down like Dave Chappelle, playing like Rick James or anything, but I do have a couch. I mean, CJ is gonna be out there with me for opening day. I think at least one of his friends. Yes, yes. So he convinced the family to bring him out for opening day, and at least one of his friends. I think one of his musical acts that he's managed before might be coming out. I gotta talk to him about that. He's done some musical act representation while he was in high school in Denver, and we might be bringing them out. Um, all right, so but you're not here to hear about us and hear about the small talk and stuff like that, folks. We have a special guest here, the first draftee of the Colorado Wolverines.
Steal of the draft.
Yeah, I got you. I couldn't agree more. He was the linchpin. The move about making everyone else pay too much money, and then all of a sudden we get this deal with this guest. It set it all in motion, man, and it just made everything happen. But of course, more importantly, still or not, he's going to threaten for the championship this year. I'm going to tell you that. And so, without further ado, folks, I give you Jayden Groner. Give you the Undertaker. Well, I mean, I get it. I mean, you might be finishing out careers here. I mean, if they don't tap, you got to do what you got to do.
That's true. You got to.
So you are now the second 10th Planet Lombard product to be a part of the PGF.
Hmm.
Did you talk to David at all about his experience? I mean, his experience is a little weird. Season 4 was our quintet, and it was all 1 week, so very different from what you're gonna see because you got the week to week situation. But is that how you got introduced to the PGF, or have you talked about him, or I guess what's how'd you get introduced to the PGF?
Dude, so I think after David did it, we kind of I think since then we've watched like every season. Me and my family have watched like every single season since then. And then Chris Wojak being on the season 2. So we watched that season. Yeah, I think like once my teammate David got on it, that's like when we became fans. And I think that's the coolest part is like being a fan, and then now you're like actually a part of the event. That's the coolest part.
Trust brother, it's like going through the looking glass.
Yeah.
You know, I've said it many times, but I was the guy in the chat sending super chats that first season, and then I became a part of the show, and now I'm an owner. So it's wild. Oh, here we go. Here's the Instagram for you, so they can check it out, see what's going on with you. Hit that QR code, guys. So talking about Journey, I guess we'll back up real quick. Maybe your jiu-jitsu journey, because I've seen photos of you very young in this game.
Hmm. So I started training consistently when I was probably like 8 years old, actually. And when I first started, I actually wanted to do MMA. That was like the goal, because that was like would watch UFC all the time, see all these guys, and I was like, all right, I got to do that. And then I think I went to one sparring practice, got hit in the face hard, and I was like, yeah, this is not my thing.
Not fun.
It became not my thing super quick. So I used to be super like MMA oriented. I would say I was actually a better like kickboxer than I was at jiu-jitsu for a while. And then I wasn't training at a 10th Planet gym yet, but I was kind of like a Ronin, I guess you could say. Like
Sure.
I was doing rubber guard, I was doing all this stuff. And then 10th Planet Lombard opened up when I was probably like 10 years old. And that's when we made the switch to 10th Planet full time. And then I've been training at Lombard since then for the last like 8 to 9 years, pretty consistently.
Math checks out, right, Abe? I mean, you know, he's started when he was 10. He's 19, 9 years. Yeah.
Yeah, that adds up. I got to double check, but I think that adds up. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we are two Marines, so we might have to take off our boots, but you know.
I got a question, Jayden. How did it feel to be like drafted? This is all new jiu-jitsu, like PGF drafting, like folks. Like, how did that feel like to be drafted like other sports? I think that's just like really cool.
Dude, I think it's crazy. I didn't really have too many expectations for the draft day because I knew it was gonna get crazy. Like I knew it was gonna get crazy. But the thing is like when I got up there, I had a feeling I was gonna be on this team because I was like, all right, the first 3 teams just like blew a bunch of money. So I was like, I know this. I was like, this is more than likely the team that I'll be on. So it was good kind of going up there, like having a little bit of an expectation of what team I was going to be on, but like seeing other people go up and get drafted and then hearing my name called out. I mean, the nerves were crazy, but it was exciting, I think, more than anything.
Yeah, I don't think there was many other bids. I think it was maybe one other person before you, after you, Egghead, or no, I think it was just one, and then that was it. I don't remember.
I mean, you're the stats guy now. I don't have to keep track of these things anymore. But I mean, just yeah, pretty much. I think we might have gone like something silly, like $2,000 to start, and of course, no one's going to let you go for $2,000. And then when we hit 3, which is like easy peasy, that's like the average, and you know, and no one could do that because they'd already blown all their wads. And trust me, that is not the value we actually assign to you. We just played the auction right. So sorry.
Yeah, it was smart. It was super smart. Yeah.
Just that's the game. I mean, you let people like bid themselves up and get in a frenzy and be undisciplined, and then you swoop in and you take the steal of the draft. I mean, that's how you play it.
Yeah, they were sleeping.
And I'll tell you right now, again, somebody we value very highly. I definitely do. In our Colorado Wolverines, organization, Donald Rose now, who's our head of partnership, sponsorship affiliation. So yeah, give him one. Hell yeah, CJ. But like he said, from the get-go, you got to get Jayden.
Mhm.
He's been a Jayden number one, like from because he's refed you before.
Yeah.
Combat Sports Report and other
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I've talked to him, yeah.
Yeah, and he loves it. He's like, all these other guys making me work. Jayden's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna sub them. He's like, thank you. That's
That's always the goal, dude. That's always the goal.
And that, I think you've said about other times, and like you're made for this. You go for the kill. You go for the break. You go, and I told you at dinner after the draft, I don't care if you want to, break somebody real quick. Fine, get that 4-pointer. You want to get that head and arm like you did Bova, at Philly, because he was like worried about the legs, and you can sneak up and get a choke. We'll take the 6. Dealer's choice, my man. You're in the driver's seat. You keep up racking subs, and you're going to put us in a good position. You put yourself in a good position.
Yes.
So it's like that tried old true jiu-jitsu thing, which CJ is figuring out here soon. Is like you take what they give you, and you run with it. You could have a plan going into it, and that's fine. And estimation's good, planning's good, but the enemy gets a vote. So they give you something, take it, rip it, choke it, whatever. All about you. So, Abe, what you got, man?
Yeah, so when I was doing the Philly pre-event analysis, I saw you were signed up, and I was like, I might as well just stop because this dude's. I know he's gonna win because I seen you at Subspectrum because I did a lot of analysis for Subspectrum, and then Combat Sports Report, and I was just like, someone else projected to win. I forgot who it was. Another guy from 10P, but I was like, yeah, Jayden's gonna win. Like, I just called it.
Yeah,
Kind of like Donald.
that was sick. That was a cool experience because it was. I think once I got to the semis, I was like, it's in the bag. I was like, there's no going back from here.
And that was wild too, because like you had to go like through some tundra action going on over there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Abe is there, like some 20-degree bunker thing going on. I don't know.
Well, I slipped earlier. I went for a walk because I was like, I need to get away from the computer, and then I like ate shit on my bad knee too. I'm fine, I think, hopefully, but yeah, that wasn't fun.
Well, I mean, soon you'll be with us in Vegas. You can thaw out, because I did poke fun at him, Jayden. I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy. It's only 77 degrees here.
I know it's gonna be so nice. I'm excited for that actually because it was just warm in Chicago, and then this week it got like all cold right away again.
So I guess again, so you've been a fan of the PGF. You followed it since season 4 because you had a teammate there, Dave Garcia, and then now it's your time.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I guess I don't, and trust me, I most definitely do not want you to give up any information that will benefit our enemies. But do you have any plans, any expectations, any like what's your mindset going into this?
I think the mindset was I kind of like skimmed over like the matches and everything, and I mean, there's no easy matches. I think you just have to kind of go into it with the preparation of just scrapping and just be ready to scrap. I don't think you can really plan it out too much because at the end of the day, you don't really know what's going to happen. You don't know what opportunities are going to present themselves to you. Someone could leave their foot dangling out there, and that's the end of the match. So, I mean, you just have to go into it with the mentality that these matches are going to be tough matches. Like, there's no easy way out any of these matches, and you just have to take what's given to you.
Yeah, I think week 1 you have Haven and then Melanson and then Ordine. I'm sorry. I was like, so that's Orande. Sorry, Austin. Please forgive me. Yeah, so it's like Murderer's Row, like first week.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but it's also, an opportunity, right?
Absolutely.
it's like the Japanese word crisis, right? The danger plus opportunity at the same time. So obviously, people that are smart, know you had that Kentucky, I think it was Louisville match against Haven, and you had a sweet Uchimata. You got on top, got mount. It looked like he went for like a Choi bar or something. He was able to shake you off a little bit. And then you guys decided to play footsie, and he's got that good counter leg lock game.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
God bless him. It is what it is. I called it out during the draft. I was like trying to drive up those prices. Like, hey man, you all know he's got a counter leg lock game. You should pay some more.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you've had time, and I imagine with your coaches, you've been dissecting these guys a little bit and work. I mean, have you guys been doing that?
Yeah, I think with a lot of people in this bracket and tournament, there's a lot of leg lockers, and I think the path to victory, I think it's not always necessarily like avoiding the leg locks. I think it's just kind of putting yourselves in spots where your opponents can attack you the same way that you can attack them. Like, I think a good example of that is my match at the Philly qualifier against Luca. I didn't know. Apparently, dude's like a great leg locker. I went in there, leg locked him. Just no worry. I put myself in a spot where my feet were safe, his feet weren't, and we capitalized on it. So I think it's good to look at what your opponent excels at, but not to necessarily be fearful of it, just conscious, because I think a lot of times in jiu-jitsu you can kind of psych yourself out and not do the attacks you should be attacking because you're scared of something. I think one of my first trials I faced Elijah Dorsey, and I had no idea who he was at the time. No idea.
There you go.
And I felt like it was a good match. And then after, I was like, oh, dang, this guy goes and wins, like, the trials.
Sure.
And then my second trials, I faced John Combs. And that was one where I kind of psyched myself out a little bit. I was like, I can't lean my head forward. I don't want to get, you don't want to get in front headlock with John Combs.
Nope.
And then I think because of that, I played more defensive than I should have. So I think sometimes, like, you can't psych yourself out too much.
What do you think's like the good balancing point? Like, not respect your opponent, but also don't want to like backtrack yourself too much.
Yeah, I think it's just understanding when to keep yourself safe. Like, if your opponent's good at buggies and you go side control, you better get ready to go knee on belly and not keep your head low by their hip. Just like being more disciplined about certain things in the round definitely helps. But PGF is also, it's a rule set where you can't stall, so you can't just kind of run around and avoid your opponent's guard because they're a good leg locker, so it kind of, I don't know. I think you just got to go in there and just try to make something happen. I think it's hard to find a balance sometimes because, you can go in with a game plan and you can say, oh, this dude's going to pull guard and he wrestles with you. And it's like, oh, game plan ruined, and then it's like the whole match changes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's and that was like discipline to like not do things, but also to like I just got to go.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to move.
Yeah, I think you did a pretty good job of it. You have to be cognizant of what they're good at, but focus on you.
Yeah,
like you said. I mean, hey, you got to know who the buggy guys are, right? I mean, so Derek Rayfield is a freak buggy guy. Done, known. Travis Haven, same thing. Okay, so if you get that side control, okay, like you said, knee on belly, figure something out. I swear to God, if any of you get caught by Elijah Carlton's like most famous triangle setup, we're gonna have words. Just because he's done like freaking videos on the PGF world. Yeah, that's right. You he does that little half guard thing. And he dangles his little foot up, and then he grabs behind your tricep and Yahtzee. It's a thing, and I've seen I think it was Jake Elkins in PGF season 2 that where you like it was like this moment where you're like, oh Jesus, he got me with it too.
Yeah.
You saw the realization on his eyes. So that's not a thing. We're not going to let that happen this season. But to your point, and I like it. Like you got to focus on you. You got to focus on executing your plan, and I like that. I like that mentality. So I might have watched another interview you had before this one, and I'm not sure if I'm a Patreon member or if you just like set it up wrong so that I could watch it or listen to it on Spotify at a time. But apparently, I need to get you cinnamon rolls, or CJ needs to make sure you have cinnamon rolls for after competition nights. That's a thing?
Dude, that's my thing, dude. That's the guilty pleasure right there.
Write that down, CJ.
That's the guilty pleasure, bro. That's like my go-to after like a comp or like after traveling and I'm back home from a comp. That's the go-to. That's how we treat ourselves.
Okay.
In between matches?
Oh, dude.
No.
Dude.
Maybe not the PGF. Maybe I like a new breed.
Yeah.
Not between matches, period. Come on, dude.
Maybe like a few hours after. We can't do it in between.
Damn. Man, freaking Abe trying to have you over here puking up sugar.
Yeah.
So I guess, okay. So just so me and the GM know, fresh flowers and cinnamon rolls at the house afterwards, or do you need them like directly as soon as we wrap up at the PGF?
No, dude, the house is good, bro. The house is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll make sure, we gotta take care of y'all. No per diem, as CJ said, he threatened you with. But we'll see if we can give you guys some steaks and apparently cinnamon rolls.
That would be great.
So, I guess just to know a little bit more about you, you're 19, so obviously high school's done. Knocking on wood.
No, we're done. We're done with high school.
Hey, I didn't ask for a GED. I didn't ask for any qualifications for a draft, did you? So
that one didn't make sense.
Okay. So, I mean, is this the plan? I mean, is the PGF the fruition of your idea that you're going to be a professional grappler? Is that what you are? Is that who you are?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's always been the goal for a really long time. Like I was never forced to get a job or anything like that. Like if my parents were very supportive of like me just doing jiu-jitsu, right? They didn't want me to get myself stuck in a situation where I had to prioritize anything else. So that's been the goal for a while, and I think PGF does a really good job at kickstarting a lot of things for a lot of people. And I think that this is definitely a huge step in that direction for me.
I mean, 15 matches, regardless, and I think you might have a few more after that. Season, week 6 and all. But you're gonna have some amazing film. I guarantee it. I've no doubt whatsoever. That's gonna set you up for a lot of things. Hopefully, multiple seasons of the PGF. We'll see about bringing you back and stuff like that for the Wolverines. Good. We're Rocky Mountain, but like, should have paused. We're Rocky Mountain, but like, I grew up in Kansas, so I think Midwestern values are good stuff too. And Chicago folks are tough. They got a reputation, so you got the grit. We'll see about that. So I guess. So did you do other sports, or is it really just been jiu-jitsu the whole time?
So I'm an only child. So when I was little, it was kind of like, how are we gonna keep this kid as busy as possible? So I did everything. I did basketball, soccer, football, and jujitsu was kind of just the only one that stuck. Like I did wrestling in middle school, and I was decent at it. I think just being good at jujitsu helped.
Yeah.
And then in high school, it kind of got tough because my whole freshman year was COVID.
Mm.
So no wrestling that year. And then I started like getting more opportunities with jujitsu. Like the trials were coming up. I started teaching more, and yeah, I think like just wrestling in middle school. But I mean, I did a few sports when I was little before jujitsu. Like I said, just all the kind of basic stuff. But jujitsu was the main one that stuck for me.
So do you coach now?
Yeah. I try to teach as much as I can. I think teaching helps a lot, especially when you're going over kind of things that you're also trying to learn,
Hmm.
because you can get so many different eyes on one thing and so many different perspectives. You know, a lot of times I try to do like a Q&A at the end of any class I teach, and you know, sometimes one question turns into 10 more minutes of like tinkering and figuring something out. So, yeah, I try to teach whenever I can.
Oh, watch out! JB's calling you a mobster. So for those that don't know, if you go to ColoradoWolverines.com, we do have a Patreon, and at a got it, CJ. So at a certain level, you get rights to have video calls with us, and lately we've been involving that with the podcast. And so once we're done here and we sign off, we're gonna have a little private Q&A with JB and you and the management. We won't keep you much longer, but I mean, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe you and JB will hit it off. We'll see. So again, hit that website, check us out. Be a part of this. So, um, when are you going to get to Las Vegas?
So I get there. My dad's actually gonna fly out with me. I get there Monday night.
The second.
Yeah, the second. Yeah, Monday night.
Okay. I will also be in there the second. I did get the Airbnb for the first. So it's okay. You're a young guy anyway. I know multiple guys that are going to be getting there the first to make sure they scope out the best rooms. So sorry, brother. Whatever's left is left. I don't know. Uh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
No, it'll be good.
You'll be okay. It's like be like in a college dorm. You'll be all right.
Are you guys gonna do like some behind the scenes Wolverines Airbnb footage to be released?
Oh, 100%. No, that's yeah. Well, I mean, I don't I think Jayden's laughing because he might have taken that the naughty way. I don't know what's going on there.
No, no.
I don't know anything that's going on there.
I don't know what behind the
I
scenes is gonna happen.
I think mostly that I don't even know what that means, but like Jayden's generation laughs at that, and so does TV Dinner and CJ. So we'll let it be. We're old Marines. I don't know. But so fair warning, Jayden. The PGF crew will be coming to come visit and film behind the scenes stuff. So they have all of our schedules because obviously we'll be at Extreme Couture MMA, which would be pretty badass. They have an amazing gym. They're going to give us Ryan Couture is like hooking us up with the private room that they have, so you guys can like be alone whenever you want to train. And coach is taking care of that. They get a weight room that's nice, got a nice sauna, and it's Extreme Couture. I mean, you're going to have like some of the best fighters in the world hopping through there. You can jump into anything you want, so that should be pretty badass. So the PGF crew is going to be there, videotaping you guys, getting them behind some stuff because like behind the scenes stuff because they do the documentary as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll be capturing that stuff. And then we're going to try to capture some ourselves. we're gonna have some of our own video folks, just for the good content and stuff like that. I actually just talked to. I'm in the talks with Solo Stove and Brio about getting in a very nice fire pit for us. To see about maybe getting like at least a pickup truck worth of wood or maybe a half cord. I don't know. I'm weird, perhaps, but I love a damn fire.
Oh, dude, me too.
And it's already rough for Jonathan Wilson because he has a 14-acre place. So he's like, I need an outdoor space. I'm like, I got you, brother. We're gonna have a pool, so you get a cold plunge. We're gonna have damn fire, and old man Seagraves will be grilling steaks every week, and portobello mushrooms. Caleb Crump, I got you, brother. I got you, vegan. He's Caleb, so it's all good. Anyway, so I don't know. I guess maybe I just want to kind of open it up to you, but like Jayden, like, what are you feeling about the PGF? What are you feeling about the season? What are you feeling about your teammates? About being on a team? Does a team dynamic? Because you wrestled a little bit, and again, it's kind of weird because wrestling is kind of the same thing a little bit, where like it's an individual thing where you have to rely upon yourself, but you kind of have a team. And this is gonna be a long question, so a lot of preamble here. But like every block, so like every night we have 3 blocks, so every 10 matches, so every 2 duels, so like us versus the Twisters, and the Kings versus the Phenoms. That's 1 block, 10 matches. Whoever puts up the most points gets an additional point for all the individuals that wins that block. So you have a very vested interest in your guys either scoring points or not allowing their top guys to score points, etc. We usually see a lot of like camaraderie and stuff like that. It helps build everything. So, I mean, what are your thoughts about like doing this normally individual sport that is jiu-jitsu, but in a team environment?
Honestly, it's exciting because that, at least for me, that was probably my favorite part about wrestling was, you can go into this season with people you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know anything about them personally. But you build kind of this like brotherhood. You guys are blood, sweat, tears, all that together. You guys are working hard together, putting in work together, eating together. Like that is, that's honestly what I enjoy. Even, just teammates back home and like training like that where you guys are eating food, you guys are working hard, you guys are lifting together. Like I enjoy that so much. And I think, honestly, I think it would be rougher with this being no teams and it being an individual thing because, I mean, you're away from home for 6 weeks. Like you're making a pretty big sacrifice. Like I don't know much people who want to leave like their family for 6 weeks, but you also have your teammates that are doing the exact same thing, so everyone's feeling those feelings a little bit. So I think that helps too, is like, you're not really alone in the fact of you have to sacrifice things to be out here, but besides that, I feel good. I'm excited. I think that who's on our team, we have like such a diverse set of skills that I think there's a really large ability to kind of complement those skills off of each other. Like, maybe my wrestling will get better. Maybe someone's leg locks will get better. Maybe someone's guard passing will get better. And, I think that's actually the cool part about our team is the diverse amount of skills that we have.
Dude, that was intentional. I mean, you're too young for the A team, but should you want to go to YouTube and look up the A team and see the gray-haired old guy has a cigar and says, "I love when a plan comes together." That was me at the end of that draft. Because like, your wrestling is going to get light years better. Kenny Johnson, oh my God. And he's going to meet you where you want to be.
Yeah.
too. So he's already said that. Like he doesn't want to like remake you, but if you want to work on, the combo of what you already do with some wrestling stuff, that's his bag.
Oh
And
yeah.
at the same time, where we have Jonathan Wilson, Caleb Crump, two big time, wrestling guys, Sam Schwarzenfeld, JUCO All American wrestler. That was just like was brilliant as far as like those guys all meld completely with Kenny and with that mindset. But at the same time, I got my snipers. I got you, I got Brett Moyer, the sniper leg lockers. And and don't sleep on fucking Squires. Cursed. Don't sleep on Squires and Weimer, man. They are smooth and they're good stuff, and they are more than capable of hopping in. And knock on wood, they don't have to, but they're more than capable of putting points on the board to help the team. Um, you hit it right. I really do think that we balanced out the team to have something of everyone to challenge each other so that your wrestling will get better, their leg lock defense will get better, their leg locks will get better, etc. And it's that means a lot to me. But like, so Abe, have you ever gone from like not knowing people to like being like almost brothers in a matter of weeks? Is that something you have experience with, Abe?
Yeah, definitely, absolutely.
Trying to softball you up the, hey, I'm a Marine. I've gone through boot camp.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
gone
Oh
on
man.
deployments. I've done,
Well, I actually never went on a
you
deployment,
haven't?
but
Oh, I'm
no,
sorry.
yeah,
Exercises. Come on, man.
yeah,
I'm really
yeah.
trying to bring you in.
No, definitely. No, definitely all the brotherhood and all that good stuff. I was actually on the Marine Corps wrestling team for like 6 months.
What?
I just got my ass kicked.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I just got
cool.
my ass kicked for like 6 months. Yeah, I won like a freestyle tournament on the base, and I just got my ass. They were like, "Hey, come on the team for 6 months," and I just got
What
destroyed.
years was that?
2015,
Okay, so you missed Fichetti. Okay,
probably.
no, I mean don't get me wrong. I love my Wolverines, but Jared did learn some jiu-jitsu from the grappling team that I started at Cherry Point. So I wish the best for him. So it's okay when you leg lock the shit out of him. It'll be fine, or triangle the heck out of him if you watch the Pasadena qualifier and Weimer did. So I love you, Jared. I'll wear my sombrero with you. We can both have our desert cami stuff going on, but my guys are still going to take you out. So love you. Is what it is. So okay, situation. All right. So we do try to keep this a little bit shorter than most podcasts, but I feel like I don't know if you've given me your flowers enough. Um, what do you want the fans of the PGF and the fans that are going to be your fans? Period. What do you want them to know about you? That like just be a little bit different, or just, give them, what do they need to know? There you go. Elevator pitch time. You didn't have to worry about drafting. The elevator pitch. Like I was going to steal you no matter what. So now's your
Mhm.
chance to tell them.
I mean, I'm always gonna look to have an exciting match. I actually kind of got asked this question, and it kind of brought up something interesting that I think is with jujitsu right now is, you can be a champion and be boring. You know, I want to be a champion and exciting. And I think that's something I kind of strive to be. I think that's how I've always oriented my style to be. I never want to leave it up to the refs. I want as little involvement of other people poking into my matches as possible. I want to let my game, speak for itself. So, if there's anyone looking to watch me or even a match that I have coming up, just know I'm always going to go for the finish. I'm always going to go for the sub. I'm always going to go for the kill. I think a lot of people, when they see these big names that they're going against, they kind of get, a little nervous or scared. And I think a lot of times I'll turn that into excitement. When I see those big names, I get excited. and I get pumped up. And I think at least where I am in my career right now is I have very little to lose and everything to gain. So, best believe if you're a big name out there, like you should watch out because I'm coming. That's for sure. Like I'm gonna do everything I can to take you out.
Well said.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so since we got you here, I don't know what's going on with Egghead, but just want to show you the little fight IQ card I've been working on in Substats. Let me know when you can see the screen. It pops up. So
Yeah,
back in
I can see it.
Substats in the back end, I'm working a like an analytics engine. So I got a lot of your previous matches from ADCC, Subspectrum. I'm just still developing like a PGF only view, but here we have rank number 4 out of everyone I have in the advanced division right here. Got your 21 sub wins, your average sub time just under 90 seconds. Your fastest sub of all the data I have for you is versus Miles da Silva in New Jersey back in October. Got your win rate 81%, danger score 84 out of 100. And from Peter Yozel, the Wolverines technical analyst, he gave me some notes for you earlier that you're great, you're good everywhere, you're tall, you got a long flame, you're really flexible with your legs. You play well with the feet, and you have play well on the feet, and you have very great pressure passing. And he believes you have some of the best outside guard attacks in the league. K guard going to close guard, and your De La Kiva. And then from here, some of your stats. You got 22 sub wins. Most of your wins obviously come from submissions. Between you mostly get breaks, but you sneak in a kill every now and again. If we're talking subspectrum, you get most of your subs for 4 points. That if people aren't familiar, it's kind of similar to ADCC. About halfway through the match, you get turns into points. You get the subs before that, and you get most of your subs between a minute or under 2 minutes. And yeah. So yeah, still working on this on the back end, but this is your profile that we have that I've been making for everyone.
Dude, that's sick. That's sick. That's actually really cool.
Yeah. Oh, since you're here, what's your favorite sub?
Ooh, honestly, and I usually get breaks, so I don't get them as much. But rear naked choke, that's my favorite one.
Yeah,
I feel like it's the most like demoralizing. Like you definitely lost.
I think so as well. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if like between you and Austin, each of you had 1 kill in your qualifier, and just 1 kill is that much of a difference. If you sneak one in, every other week, like that's going to make a huge amount of points difference.
Oh yeah, dude, it is. And I think honestly, with this being, I think this season it'll be interesting to see the amount of submissions that we have and the type of submissions they are, because tournaments where there's a lot of equally matched people don't usually produce the highest amount of subs at times, right? So it's kind of interesting to see like in this rule set how that happens. And I feel like there's a lot of wrestlers and a lot of leg lockers, so it's kind of interesting to see like the path to victory. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot more kills this season.
For just season 9 qualifiers, kills make 10%. So that's 14 finishes. You got inside heel hooks with 21 and straight ankles at 19.
Yeah, but Abe, qualifiers, you can't say it's apples and oranges.
Right.
For qualifiers, your mission is just to get to the next level. Yeah, any sub is what matters. Whereas, you don't have that weighted average where a kill is worth twice as much. And again, I'll keep telling you, if you want to get a break within a minute, vaya con Dios, man. Good, do it. I love it. But like kill's nice. I mean, Andy Varela only had four kills He only got kills. He only got 4 kills in the season he won. That was it. And I think at least one, maybe 2 were against bench players.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying, like, there's ways to play the game.
No, yeah, there's I 100% agree with you. There's definitely ways to work around it for sure.
Yeah, and I think to your point you said earlier, every season it seems like the parity is more and more. I would say that the level of bench players is pretty dang strong right now. So expecting to get a big drop off and just easily get points off them, that it's still the same play. Jayden, just worry about Jayden and your game, and do you impose your will, type of thing. So, all right, sorry guys, I swear I pay for the fiber. I pay for it's like a refrain. I even reset my router before you even started this thing.
So you gotta get out of California.
I do have to get out of California, but it seemed like everyone in the household turned on their Wi-Fi enabled TVs while I'm on this dang podcast. I'm like, seriously, guys? And you're probably playing on your phones too? Come on. Help me out. So I started screaming like a lunatic, like the boomer that my kids say I am. I'm not a boomer, Jayden. I'm a zennial, an X.
Okay.
So, all right. Final thoughts, Jayden. We're at 47 minutes. So, or I guess I apologize, Abe. Saved rounds for you. Any questions you got for Jayden before we give him the last second?
Yeah, real quick. What's man, day one? What's your mindset? What going into it?
Kill.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll help him.
It'll
smash.
I think. I mean, the thing is, everyone's gonna come in super hungry. Everyone's gonna come in super hungry. So you want to obviously go for the kill. You want to try to get as quick of a sub as you can. But then also it'll kind of be interesting to see how some people's cardio holds up with how hungry some people are going to be. Who's to say that some people might not gas themselves out in a couple minutes trying to go crazy, and then they're just dead. So I think it'll be interesting to kind of see, especially behind the scenes, the recovery after people's matches, how it feels to kind of be in the environment. I think I'm pretty excited for that. I have a lot of excitement. I'm not. It's weird. The bigger tournaments I don't get as nervous. It's funny. If I do a local comp, I'm way more nervous than I am for a huge tournament. So I'm just really excited right now.
Oh, yeah.
So Randy's dropping a little bit. I mean, I think he might walk around 194, but I think he's gonna be fine dropping. I think Haven's pretty good too. Mellanson's a spark plug. He's a short guy that's really stocky. That might be your best bet to get that kind of before he rehydrates fully type of situation. So that might be a nice advantage for you. I'll just ask you. Screw it. What do you weigh? Walk around at?
Right now, between 187, 190.
Okay, that's an easy cut. I mean, that's
that's not.
That's I go, you'll run for a couple miles in a trash bag, and you're freaking.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy day. Okay, so. Yeah, Melanson might be hurting a little bit, maybe just partially. And I'm not saying he's old because he's much younger than me, much younger than me. I'm just saying he's on the north side of 30, and it gets harder to cut the weight at that point in time. Trust me, when you get past 45, it gets really freaking hard to cut the weight. But you got a couple decades or 3-year decades before you worry about that crap. Okay. So, Abe, anything else?
I'm good.
All right, Jayden. Let's give you the floor. CJ, let's give him the one shot. And Jayden, again, I think you did a great job. But anything else you want to tell fans, etc.?
Thank you. Shout out to 10th Planet Lombard. You guys can go follow me on Instagram at Jayden Loves Jiu-Jitsu. Shout out to Proof Sports Performance. Shout out Colorado Wolverines. Thank you to my family, my girlfriend, friends, everyone who supports me. And yeah, that's it.
All right, CJ, let's bring this ball back. Hey, Jayden, I don't think I've told you this, but I just want to say thank you for being a part of the PGF and being the first competitor drafted by the Colorado Wolverines. You are, and I've said this in some other formats, but you are that young gun that people think come out of nowhere, but you've been grinding for years, and it's kind of that fruition, like people that know jujitsu have been like almost like prophesying, this thing. Like at some point, these kids that started after the Ultimate Fighter will come up, and they've been like doing this forever, and it's gonna be scary. And we've seen it with like Jet, with Landon Elmore, and I honestly believe we're gonna see it with you. I'm excited for it. And I know the Colorado Wolverines will be better for having you on our team. And I'm just pumped to see your journey and to see you succeed. And knock on wood. Maybe I'm pretty sure I'll be seeing you April 8th. So we'll be seeing about that.
Thank you so much, too. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everything. Jiu-jitsu, like kind of how you were saying, jiu-jitsu is an interesting one where
Rookie of the Year,
your career can get made like overnight, dude. Literally overnight.
Yeah.
One match can change everything. Everything.
And at the same time, because you are that young gun, and I have another one that's the producer of the show, I'm gonna tell you things that I will tell other young gentlemen. Tap early, tap often if you have to.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
I'm there for all of the matches, and I am prepared to be there for all of the matches. I do not plan on because I've broken too many feet to let it happen to me, and I can't. Yeah.
You are too valuable, sir, because if you go out, you have to stay out for 3 matches.
Yeah.
And that's not only rough for you and your prospects, that's rough for my team's prospects. And so, you know what? I am more than okay, even if it's quote unquote early. I don't give a crap. I want you to take care of you, and to make sure that you're okay, because I know you have the dog in you. I know you're gonna be a fighter. I know you're gonna come back at it like a million times harder the next match. We can drop 1 or 2. I'm okay with that. Or how, I don't give a shit how many. I just want you healthy. I want you making it through the season, because like a healthy Jayden is scary as shit. So stay healthy. And with that, pardon me for flapping my gums a little too much. Jayden, we're gonna let you go to the back a little bit. We'll talk to you in a second with JB, who's been very patient, even though he's like super East Coast and up late. We'll talk to him for a second, but right now, Abe and I are going to close it up. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Jayden.
See you.
Abe, you're back.
Devil Dog. I'm back. Yeah, sorry, I had some personal things, family stuff. I still been working data stuff, been cooking things up in the background, and I'm excited to lots of stuff I got working, so I'm excited.
Brother, it's been tough for all of us. I mean, I think I was talking to because I'm retiring, so I'm getting all these surgeries that I've been putting off for years. And I was telling him, like, I'm pretty sure I got the flu and then COVID, or the COVID and then flu. I don't know. He's like, oh crap, I'm hearing this from everyone this season. I don't know what's going on. Like even when I was on ship and everyone's getting like the double dragon, I went out for like 24 hours and then I'm like, okay, I'm good. Just because like that's our normal constitution. Because either like you've been used, you had your first phase horrible stuff, like all the stuff from etc. And then like for the shinies, our candidate crud, we've been exposed to so much germs. We're usually pretty good, but geez, it's been kicking the crap out of me. But I'm like, inshallah, I'm good now. So we'll
Good.
see. But Abe, you're back to it. I'm back to it. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna make sure all the stats are good for the PGF this season. Do you want to tell the fans, the people, the athletes about your services, etc.?
Yeah, for sure. So, Abe, Data Strangler, founder of Substats. My overall goal for Substats is world domination, and I don't mean that. I don't say that sarcastically. That's like seriously what I like. If I go on Shark Tank, that's what I'm going to say. I want to be the provider of grappling analytics to help individuals, PGF, any organizations that has grappling data. Substats is going to be, and I'm going to be, charging the hill, leading it. So you can find me at substats.app. On my website, substats.app. Coming out with grappler cards soon for purchase. Lots of people have been hitting me up about it, so decided to see how I can make hundreds of dollars on that. I'm looking forward to it.
Woo!
Yeah, so I'll be doing posts on that soon on how to get one for purchase, and yeah, I'm cooking stuff in the back end for the PGF. Gonna make Brandon's life easier. Gonna make production's life easier. I already scheduled an email for the commentary team to get all of their week one stats and for the following so forth. So I got everything locked and loaded in lockstep, covered in a line, and ready to go.
Hoorah! Covered in line, love it. So, the thing is, like, apparently, who knew the PGF would be powered by Marines?
God help him.
But we're peaceful transition of power between the data, stats nerds. I will just say again, merchandising. We got hats, we got hoodies. They're very nice. We got rash guards. We got t-shirts. BJJ wholesale.com. BJJwholesale.com has our stuff. ColoradoWolverines.com. We'll get these on our website. And CJ, we got our Patreon. We're gonna get behind the scenes stuff, and we're gonna shut this down here in a second. Get JB in here so he can have his personal time with both our guest and the management team and Abe. So again, guys, you're part of something right now. If you understand it or not, this is how jiu-jitsu becomes professional. We're building everything around it. We're making this everything you love about sports plus jiu-jitsu. So get on board. And because I have to say it, we can't all have 20-pound brains, but I'll be make up for it. See you next week.
See ya.